Hi there, it's Cynthia from Country Concessions, the quilt shop in Cookstown. I wanted to share with you today some of the wonderful specials we had available at Quilt Canada, which took place last week, on our Aliso irons and pressing bars. We want to extend these discounts to you while we can and give you the opportunity to take advantage of these, even if you weren't able to make it to Quilt Canada. So I have two wonderful irons to show you. These are both the Tula Pink model of iron. We have the mini project iron, and we have the full-size TG 1600, which is a wonderful, wonderful full-size iron with all the usual features. So I'm just going to quickly go over these because there are some unique features and some special things that make these even better than you might expect. First of all, I love the fact that these are such happy colors and patterns. So they've got Tula Pink motifs on them, little stars and circles and firework explosions and little fishies in trademark Tula Pink colors. So if you have to iron, at least you can make it a happy experience with your happy colors. Both irons have ceramic sole plates. These are a little bit better than your standard steel, Teflon, whatever. The ceramic glides around beautifully easily. It's a very, very smooth, slick surface. Because of that, it also cleans up beautifully. If you get any fusible or anything on the sole plate of your iron, you know it can be a pain to remove, but it cleans up so much better on the ceramic surface than the other surfaces. That's a nice bonus. Both of the irons have lots and lots of steam vents. Bring them a little bit closer, and controls on the top to manage your steam use. The large iron has a great big reservoir on here, and it's got a nice kind of spout with a channel. So it's very easy to add water. You can pour it at the top and the channel funnels it down into the reservoir. So really easy to fill your iron. On the top here, you've got full temperature settings. You've got an adjustable setting for steam. So you can go from no steam, 1, 2, and 3 settings, more steam with each increase in that. On the top, you also have a steam jet button and a water spray. So when I'm ironing, and I'll set this on here, when you put your iron down, the handle here is touch sensitive. So the ironing, as soon as your hand is off the handle, the iron raises with 2 little feet at the back. It's a bar across here, and then there's a little foot right at the front of the iron. So you can see when I let go, up it goes. As soon as I touch, down it goes, and I'm ready to iron. If I want to do a steam shot, I just give a little press on there, and I get a nice, oh, I got to turn my temperature up here. When I'm on the low temperature setting, I can't do the steam shot. So now I'm on linen and cotton, and that does a nice steam spray. Once my iron comes up to temperature, I'm going to leave that for a moment while he comes up to temperature. There he goes. So a nice steam shot underneath, and then I can iron around and get a really perfect press. There's also a spray button on here to spray water out in front of your iron, which is really nice if you just want to have a little moisture, extra moisture on your fabric to get out a stubborn wrinkle, or just give an extra press to a particular area. So the steam shot is strong, and you guys can't see it terribly well, but it does a great job. We've got a big reservoir here, so it holds a lot of water. You don't have to refill as often. And there's where your water jet comes out. The iron point is very sharp, so it's really nice for, I'm steaming up my glasses here. It's really nice for opening up a seam and pressing across, because that nice sharp point will get in there very easily. And then when I'm finished ironing, I put it down and up it goes. So that is the main features of the large iron. I'm going to just turn this temperature down again when I'm not using it. I'll put this one aside. I should say you can also stand it up on its heel if you want to, and you can see those feet pop out, but you can leave it sitting with its up on its feet on your ironing board. This is the little guy. This is my personal iron, and I got this relatively recently. I did have another model of travel iron, but I can't tell you how much better I like this. It's got so many great features that a lot of travel irons don't have. First of all, again, it comes to a very, very sharp point, and the sole plate is a little bit separated from above. And I just find this great for opening up a seam as I'm going along and doing my press. So that sharp point is something I really like. The iron rest that I've got here is silicone, and I can just sit my iron on top of that when it's sitting down. When it's sitting like this, it does have a shut off. If you pop the iron up on its heel, and again, you can stand it up on its heel if you prefer, the shut off time is 30 minutes. When it's sitting like this, the shut off time is 10 minutes. But if your iron should happen to fall over on your table, the shut off time is only 10 seconds. So it's a nice safety feature. One thing that's absolutely brilliant about this iron, the cord here, you can see, comes out the right side of the iron. So when I'm using it as a right-handed person, it's great. But if I was left-handed, that is going to be really inconvenient. You can actually move the cord from one side of the iron to the other side of the iron. So there's two little plugs on the bottom of that green strip on there. Under that is two screws. You just take it out, you rotate that bar, and you can move your cord to the other side. So that is an awesome feature that I've never seen on another iron. The silicone pad also acts as a protector. When you turn it over, you can snap it onto the base of your iron. So when you're traveling home, your iron's still hot, you can have it covered in the car, but it also protects that sole plate that is so nice, because this one has the ceramic sole plate as well. It has a tab at the top, so you can even hang that up on a pegboard or somewhere else in your sewing room if you want it out of the way. So that's when we're not using it. When we are using it, it sits like that. On the top here, it's got a lighted button. When I first turn my iron on, that is red. When I press it to activate the temperature, when it turns green, that tells you the iron is ready to use. Here we have our full temperature control, so I can turn that up to whatever setting I want, which is great. And on the very front, you can see shining towards you is this little headlight, which is so cool. I didn't know that was on there till I was using it at retreat, but that lights up my area in front of where I'm pressing. You can see the light on my seams there, and that is absolutely wonderful in a low lighting situation or in a situation where you've maybe got dark fabrics and you can't see as well. So beautiful, beautiful feature on there. On the sides here, we have two spray buttons, and this is to give a shot of steam, and it's incredible, that powerful shot of steam. The right hand button is colored in at the bottom. The left hand button is colored in at the top, and there's two sets of steam vents. The one at the top is activated by the right hand side. I think you can see it's coming out of the top. The left hand button, sorry, that was the left hand button. I don't know my right from my left. The right hand button activates the bottom ones. I find that a little harder to push because of my finger, arthritis in one finger. So, but when I press the two together, it gives that really nice shot of steam on the bottom here as well. So those, so you can kind of select, do I want steam at the top, at the bottom, or both together, and you can do whichever one you want. Again, we have our happy Tula Pink colors, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful iron. So these are our two Oliso specials that we have going on at the moment. The mini iron is regularly $130, and we have it on for $115. The large iron is regularly $290, and we have it on for $245. So there are fantastic deals on the Oliso irons, and we're offering that till end of day on June the 30th. So you got a few days to think about it, but when these irons are gone, they're gone. We won't be able to get more Tula Pink irons very soon. I'm just going to put these over here and show you our last little special, and that is a thing called a pressing bar. Now, some of you will have one, and I'm just going to turn the temperature down on these. So a pressing bar is this right here. So it is a wooden dowel, and it is covered with a layer of wool felt. This one is really nice because it's about probably 15 inches long, 18 inches long. So it's great for doing larger blocks. So a pressing bar, when you put it down on the table and you want to, when you have a PC block like this with lots and lots of seams, these ones have been pressed, but when you lay one of the seams along the top of the pressing bar, the curve of the pressing bar isolates that seam along the top of the bar. And that allows you to take your fabulous new Tula Pink iron and press only that seam. Now, when you have a very piecey block, or even a not very piecey block, and you're trying to press just one seam, you know, when it's flat, it's very hard to get in there and just do the one seam. You tend to be pushing the other seams in directions that you don't want to, or flattening those when you're trying to isolate that one last seam that you want to press. When you put the pressing bar down, you can isolate any seam within the block that you want, even one at the side there, just a little one, and iron just that seam very easily. The wool felt on the pressing bar acts as a wool felt pressing mat, so it absorbs the heat from your iron and helps you get a really, really great press on it. So the pressing bar is one of the best things we've ever brought in. Now, I have to let you know, we sold out of these at Quilt Canada, so we will be ordering more in. They're available on the website to order, but these will probably be in the order of 3 weeks to a month to get in. But we're offering you the special price. These are regular $30 and they're on for $25. And like I say, we sold so many, we ran out on day number 2. So these will be available very soon, but you can put your order in now to get the special price. So those are our wonderful Quilt Canada specials. And while I've got you on here, I'm just going to point out the other thing we debuted at Quilt Canada, which is our Exploding Heart quilt kit. I'm just going to, there we are. So that is our new Exploding Heart quilt. And we have kits for that one. Again, we're down to the drags now, but we are going to be cutting more as soon as we can get extra white fabric in. We sold out of all of that, so we can't make the kits till they're in. But again, you can order one on our website and they will be in very soon. The Exploding Heart of Canada is $159.99. It's based on a pattern from Slice of Pie, which is called Exploding Heart. And then a modification pattern was created by a company called Threaded Lines in Canada. And when you buy the kit, you get a set of patterns. You get one for the original Slice of Pie pattern and then that extra pattern with the modifications. So, and we put on the back beautiful buffalo plaid. Isn't that perfect? So we have the buffalo plaid wide back kits for the backing as well, and they are $72. So all our specials and the Exploding Heart, you'll find them on our website at countryconcessions.com. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us by phone or by email, and we'll hope to see you again soon. Thanks everyone. Bye bye for now.